How was registration?
Registration was great. It's a busy time. We have a lot of people that register on time and a lot of people that don't. So the people that don't register on time, they get to come in person and we take care of them. And it's a lengthy process, but we eventually get everybody in.
So how many people registered?
Right now, based on what we have in the computer, we're just over 1,300 students.
So how's school going so far?
School's going well. We've gotten through the first 12 days pretty well. Students have done a good job of getting to class, getting used to their schedules, getting into a routine. Teachers doing a great job in class. I mean, we get some classrooms, a lot of good instruction going on, so everything's been great so far.
Who participated in registration?
Well, first off, Mr. Hart's in charge of registration, and so he puts together teams of teachers, and they have assigned times, and they come and they help the parents, and so it's really a complete faculty effort on registration.
What made you become a principal at Ridgeway High School?
Well, that's a good question. I knew from a young age, at 10 years old, that I wanted to be a teacher and a coach, and once I became a teacher and a coach, I knew immediately that I wanted to be an administrator. So I became an assistant principal at Cordova, then I was an assistant principal at Germantown, and then after Germantown I decided to come here. It's my 5th year at Ridgeway.
Thank you.
One of the school rules that a lot of students are violating is our cell phone policy. Now, the district states that cell phones are prohibited in Shelby County schools. We understand because of safety reasons you need a cell phone, but we ask for you to place the cell phone in 2 locations. Lockers, we will give your lockers next week, but your car. So if you don't have a locker, you don't have a car, the best place is to keep it in your pocket. Where children and students are, they're getting their cell phones taken is because they walk around with them in their hand, saying they're checking time, things of that nature. Some students are doing that, and some students are literally just listening to their music. We ask that while you walk in the hallways, do not have your cell phone. Now we know that certain teachers allow you to use the cell phones for different reasons. That's on the discretion of the teacher. But once you make the hallways, that's a no cell phone zone. Also, we talked about pants and jeans. We ask that, and this is a Ridgeway policy as well, if you're gonna wear jeans, have a Ridgeway High School shirt. That's pretty much the only rules as far as uniform. Now, of course, you still have to follow the Shelby County School policy, which is for ladies, you cannot show your cleavage, your skirt have to be 4 inches above your knee, and it cannot be too tight. But all these rules are subject to the approval of the administration. Now, other than that, we don't have a whole lot of rules. Dr. Stemser has one rule that I'll say is a golden rule, is do as your adults in the building ask you to, and be in the location you're supposed to report to. And if you follow those 2 rules, I feel that you will be a successful student at Ridgeway High School.
Hi, my name is Destiny Harris, the Ridgeway Student Body President of years 2017 and 2018. And this year we have a lot of exciting things planned. For example, for the senior class, we have a barbecue coming up on the homecoming day of September 29th. And this year I wanted to add extra things like a carnival that will have games and music so that people won't just be sitting and eating, and that's kind of boring. And also we have a senior trip for the 2nd semester coming up, hopefully to out of town to like St. Louis. And also we have a lock-in plan that's planned to be an incredible pizza. Hopefully that works. And we also have things like movie nights and Halloween parties and Christmas dinners, things like that. And not to include that, we have things for 11th, 10th, and 9th grade planned. And anyone with ideas should email me at destins.harris@gmail.com. Thank you and have a nice day.
What is the program based on? Okay, well, the International Baccalaureate program started over in Europe and it has made its way to the United States. It's a comprehensive, rigorous academic program for students where they can earn college credits, and they focus on critical thinking and having rigorous academics in all the subject areas.
How can this program help Ridgeway High School?
This program helps Ridgeway High School like any of the special programs help a school. It really allows students to choose to be in a program if academics is their main focus and they want to do college preparatory programs, then they can choose to come to Ridgeway and be a part of this program. Just like if it's the broadcasting program, then those students who really find that interesting have something that they can focus on above and beyond the regular school programs.
Who founded the program?
Who founded the program? That is an excellent question. The IB program started in Europe. It was Europe's answer to the advanced placement program in the United States, and slowly has made its way over to the United States and now is growing in numbers here. International Baccalaureate World Schools are growing every year here in the United States.
Hello, my name is Mrs. Carter. I am the professional school counselor for the freshmen here at Ridgeway High School.
How do you feel working at RHS as a ninth grade coach?
I love this job. I love working with freshmen because it gives me the opportunity to see where they are coming in as freshmen, but also preparing them for high school and making that transition from middle school to high school. So I love working with the freshmen. I really do.
Why do you choose to work at RHS?
What I choose to work with RHS? It is small. I like the fact that we have a freshman academy. I think the freshman academy gives the freshmen that edge in that they're not just placed over in the main building with all the upperclassmen. Some of them are fearful and scared of that mixture. The annex gives them the opportunity to become their own before they transition over fully to the main building. So I like Ridgeway in that perspective. And over in the annex, the teachers get to know you better, and they can communicate with you, get more personal with you to help you with your personal problems and issues, and academically. And we can keep an eye on the freshmen a little bit better to help them again with that transition from middle school to the high school.
What kinds of questions do students come to ask you?
That's a good question. They ask a lot of questions, from conflicts to career to family, issues, decisions about their peers, even teachers, classroom work. So they ask a lot of good variety of questions.
Is it hard to work as the ninth grade counselor?
No, not really. It's interesting in that every group of freshmen I receive every year, the new group, they're different from the previous group. Now there's some things that they do, all share, but each group of freshmen that I get, they're dynamic in their own way. So there's some things I can address universal with all freshmen, but then I have to tweak it and tailor it for that particular freshman group. So.
Have you ever, in your opinion, had any freshmen to come to you about, high school dropouts? Not like they want to drop out, but have you ever talked to them about that kind of thing?
I do. Typically, not your first year freshman. Typically, I don't have that conversation with them. It's typically students who are repeating ninth grade or that I talk to that about, but not so much. I'm very thankful that the freshmen that I have or I get every year, 99.99% of them, well, most of them do not want to drop out, regardless of whether they're behind. Most of them do not want to drop out. This is starting my 5th year, and in 5 years, I may have had to talk maybe 3 freshmen that really consider dropping out. Now, there's a lot of freshmen that don't like school, but dropping out, not many.
Okay, that's all the questions we have for you today.
Sure?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Okay.
Well, thank you for talking with us. We had a wonderful conversation and a lot of answered questions.
I want to say something. Can I say that?
Mm-hmm.
I think the freshman year is, you know, people ask what's the most important year. It's not just the freshman year, it's all years. And one thing I tell the freshmen is, and parents, that you want to start off strong. You want to stay strong and you want to end strong. There's no room to dip down or slack back. You got 4 years of high school, and it's best if you start strong, stay strong, and end strong, and get involved. As you all can quite see that when you're active, you enjoy high school more. It's those students that are not active and don't get involved in the school. So those are the 2 things I would love to share with freshmen, regardless of whether they come to Ridgeway or not. Get involved in your school in some kind of way, some kind of organization in your school, but also start strong, stay strong, and end strong, because all grades are important. Yes, it starts 9th grade, but you still got 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, and you don't want to slack 10th and 11th grade and try to pick up your senior year. You want to start strong in 9th grade, stay strong 10th, 11th, and stay strong and end well your senior year. So thank you, ladies.
Okay, before we close out, what is your message to freshmen for motivation, as in to keep going while you're into college?
My message of motivation is you can do whatever you put your mind to. You can accomplish. I think that a lot of freshmen and a lot of people don't realize that they do things on a smaller scale. But if they take that and blow it up, you can accomplish. Once you put your mind to it, you can accomplish it. So accomplishing high school is, and matriculating through high school is easy for some, in the middle for some, and a struggle for others. But everybody can get through high school no matter what. You just have to have a determination. So I would say stay determined and get with those individuals that want to see you succeed, because it's nothing like having love all around you when you're struggling in high school. So be determined and set your mind to achieve. And that's the goal, setting your mind to achieve.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope I did well.
All right, good morning. I'm Coach Franco. I coach soccer here at Ridgeway High School. I am a Ridgeway alumni, and I played soccer here at Ridgeway when I was a student. The girls' soccer team is looking good this year. We played our 2nd game already, and we have more games to come. I hope we can beat our record from last year. And then the boys' soccer team comes in the spring, and I hope they can also get a better record than last year. That's our goal for the school year. And that's it. Is that it? Listen, it's the longest.
On the Ridgeway. We're here with the Ridgeway volleyball coach. Okay, what's your name?
Hello, my name is Coach Rachel Walter, and I'm volleyball coach for Ridgeway this season.
How long you been coaching volleyball?
I've been coaching volleyball roughly about 5 years now. Started off as a student assistant coach at Lemoyne on, then went to Fairleigh High, and now I'm here with the Ridgeway Roadrunners.
Can you tell me a little something about you?
I've been playing volleyball since 7th grade. Went on to college to play volleyball, being the first out of high school to get a volleyball scholarship. While in college, I went overseas to play volleyball for the USA international team. And from there, you know, like I said, started out coaching student assistant for Fairleigh, and now here at Ridgeway.
What happened in your game versus Southwind?
The game against Southwind, we went in with the mindset of execute every play, stand on our toes, being ready for whatever Southwind had to come at us. The player listened to the coaches very well, and we was able to come on top with a victory.
Who do you play next?
Next we have Cordova High, which is next Tuesday on the 29th here at Ridgeway High School.
Who is your best expectation? Who is your best players?
My standout players, I will have Nyla Lloyd, who's a senior, Trinity Butler's a senior, Madison Stepter, Dayla coming back from her injury, so she came back pretty well. Also Destis, who's libero, who passes up very well, and also a couple of others who also plays a big role on the court.
What is your expectation for the volleyball team?
My expectation is for one to make sure that they keep the GPA high. Is one of the highest student athletes with a higher GPA throughout the school. Also, another goal is to make sure all the girls get a scholarship to college, either academic or athletic, and make sure we try to have at least a good winning season or a good productive season.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a nice day.
You too.
And we're rolling in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Good morning, Ridgeway. Today we have Coach Sutton from the football team. How you doing, Coach Sutton?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
Good. So today we're going to start off with, how do you feel about this year's season?
Well, I'm optimistic about the opportunity to start this season. You know, we have a good team, I think, but we have a lot of new players playing, so I'm looking forward to see what they can do.
Okay. How you feeling about your new QB, Quincy Casey?
Well, Quincy's come a long ways. You know, he started out here in the 9th grade, and he was a little person. Excuse my French, we used to call him Little B. But he's grown a little bit, and I think he's matured a little bit, so, you know, he's doing well for us right now.
Okay. Do you have any special techniques or strategies you're going to use for this upcoming season?
Well, we can't just say what we're going to use. Usually it's different from game to game because we base it on what the other team is doing, and we see what we need to do that works best against that team. So it's nothing really new or any real strategy. We're just trying to work on being the best Ridgeway team we can be.
Okay, that's good to hear. We know you lost a lot of star players last year due to them graduating. So how do you think you're going to do with rebuilding and creating the same good team you had from last year?
Well, you know, we think the team is going to have an opportunity to mature. You know, we have a lot of younger guys playing that haven't been playing before now. So we just look forward to seeing what they can do. You know, it's a lot different when it's your opportunity instead of you watching someone else. So, you know, they have to grow up fast, as I say. So we'll see how they do this season.
Okay, thank you. Well, that's all the time we have now. Thank you, Coach Sutton, for
No
joining
problem.
us for the interview. Thank you. Have a good day at the way.